My name is Abigail Makoto, or Makoto no Monogatari, and welcome to my 2018 sketchbook. So I began and ended the year with a Meet the Artist page. I think I posted the final one that I drew when I finished the sketchbook, and that's by Maria. I may some more on Instagram, I'll tag her below. So I set out, and you can already tell initially anyway, I put a lot of effort into making it presentable. And these sketch stamp pages I did each month. In my current sketchbook, they're only a page long, but in this sketchbook, they're 2 pages long. I was kind of testing the waters with drawing without fear. So in these sketch stamp pages, I could draw whatever I wanted to, however messy it was. And I'd like to think that I'd moved away from drawing too much fan art at this point, but there is a lot of fan art still in this sketchbook. Mainly of Voltron and Rick Ryden. I set out with the intention of writing a lot during the sketchbook, just recording ideas and thoughts. And this is a fun task you can do with your friends where you draw a single facial feature and you pass it on to the person next to you until you have a complete person, and you get some really interesting results. And those are Maria's drawings on the right. Here are some of Safi's doodles too. I'll tag her account below as well. They're both very good friends of mine. Ton of things in this sketchbook too, actually. And that's a collaboration with Maria on the right there. An absolute ton of my Ascot OCs here. This was really the height of me drawing them. I think at this point I was really trying to make it as presentable as possible, which kind of starts to fall through later on in the year. And that's Maria's drawing yet again. A lot of the pages I tended to splatter in watercolour and washi tape just so that I didn't have as much anxiety going into it. And you can see here, this is where I kind of start to go a bit downhill. I started struggling a lot with the way that my art looked and my self-confidence in it all. I had a few breakdowns, but I don't know, I think it was just really interesting to see myself trying to get back up again after that. There's still a kind of presentability that's not really... I don't think it's so apparent in my newer sketchbook, but... And this was all kind of during Pride Month. There's an odd amount of Seth Everman in here as well, actually. This sketchbook also saw the conception of Frederick and Al, who are two very distinctive, I think, and apparent characters of mine. There's Maria's drawing on the left there again. And that's Goblin, which I need to watch more episodes of. I was starting to draw a lot bigger, I think. And ultimately, the aim of this sketchbook was to get out of my comfort zone. It's a drawing for Maria's birthday that I did of my OCs with her concepts.
Yep, will do. Thank you.
So this was in August when I got to go back to Japan for the first time in 7 years. You can kind of tell at this point that the sketch jobs aren't really working out as well. That's why I've kind of condensed them down into one page now. And there are our very first initial designs. And I started trying to delve out of my comfort zone in terms of style as well. I wanted to try and develop newer styles. And this is where you notice how absolutely anatomically terrible that elbow is. I fixed it down there, but I think it was really interesting. I was pushing my boundaries in terms of anatomy really this year. And that's Six of Crows fan art, because this was around when I read it. And that's Chloe's page, which she should really finish. And computer science homework. And Ao then doesn't really look like Ao now, but I'm glad that they're developing. And this was Halloween time, which means the re-emergence of Avokaju. I tried to draw him each Halloween, and this was really the second time that I've ever drawn him. And that's just a collection of both old and new characters that came into concept, the keeping of this sketchbook. I really did push myself in terms of character creation. So I am really proud of that, definitely. I did a lot of gesture drawing and life drawing and observational drawing in these smaller sketchbooks, which were obviously easier to carry around with me. So, thank you for coming with me on a tour of my 2018 sketchbook, which I kept from January to, I think, around the end of October 2018. I truly hope that you will have a great day.